What's going on, guys? Drew with Comics Elite here with
Kyle, not Kevin.
So, two things before we start. One, these are available this week in comic book stores.
Yay.
Death Rage number 1. Oh, it's right over here.
Yep.
And I'm looking at the camera. It's all backwards. Beautiful Jeffrey Edwards cover. And we got the Artist Elite number 1 this week.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, and number 2. So this was the biggest week we've ever had reviewing comics.
Yeah,
56. 56 comics. So I was averaging this out. I was telling some other YouTubers because we talked to YouTubers.
Mm-hmm.
There's one I talked to. I told them, 56 read this week. That's over. If you estimate around 24 pages each, that's over 1,300 pages. 1,300 pages. And if I were to buy all of these at an average cost of $4, which some are more expensive than others,
sure,
but average cost of $4, that's over $224
for this week.
This week alone.
Damn, that's a lot of books.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
Am I crazy, or is that a lot of books?
That's a lot of books.
Okay.
So, with that being said, that we read 56 comics, 5-6. If you see us have some big reactions to stuff that was bad or good, it's because we read a lot. Because I'll be honest. Kyle's not too happy with me because I have 15 books in my top 10 on top of honorable mentions. I had a lot of good stuff this week. I'm going to recommend. Now, when it really shines away from the bad stuff. The bad stuff this week is just so bad that if I have a bad reaction to it, you'll know why. Because I read so much stuff, there's so much good and so much bad. It's very polarizing when you read it. All right, so it's because trust me, I'm sure you agree with me. There's some shit.
Yeah.
There's some shit this week.
There's stinkers within the first few pages. It's like it gets to that point where if it's really good, I can tell pretty quickly. Okay, I want to keep reading this. If it's bad, I'm like, no, I know it's bad.
Yeah.
If I'm on my 30th book, no. So I'm right there with you.
Yeah. So if we have, you see, why do you have these big reactions? This is why. All right.
It stood out.
We're not reading 1, 2, 5. We read 56. All right.
Yeah.
So that being said, let's get started. Not even 3 minutes in. All right. We're on to the Mez first. We're gonna start with the Mez, the ones that were not terrible, the ones that weren't great. They're just really left kind of not really a big impression at all.
Yeah.
Flip a coin.
Yes.
Yeah. Here we go. And we're going to introduce. Oh, we'll get to that later when we get to the skip-its.
Okay.
But the first man I'm going to introduce is Defenders Beyond number 1.
I did have that as a meh. I'm surprised you had it as a meh.
The reason why I'm making it as a meh.
The beginning of it was really good.
The beginning was really good. I love the Blue Marvel.
I love Blue Marvel.
It's great seeing Blue Marvel back.
Yes.
And I do like how America Chavez is written in this.
Yeah, I like that you see her dying.
Which is great. We see her dying, but they kind of wipe away the Gabby Rivera bullshit that she did. It's like they kind of say like, that never happened. It's
basically,
it's like that's great. All right,
okay,
get rid of that garbage. Get that out of here. And
I was with it until female Loki showed up.
It's like the whole middle section. And like this is just bogged down with bickering.
Yeah, it got so loud all of a sudden.
Yeah,
I'm like, this was such a really nice story.
Can someone do something besides just bickering?
Yeah, constantly yelling. Yeah. They just roll in there, and it's just like loud chaos, and it's like God.
That's one way for Blue Marvel to should be like, hey, stop.
Yeah, shut up.
Shut up. Yes, let the grown-ups talk. All right.
Yeah.
But it did redeem itself in the very last page, introducing a character we haven't seen in. Well, him specifically. I haven't seen him in decades.
Long time. Yeah.
Yeah. But so it's a meh. Flip that coin.
Basically, yeah.
All right, next meh I've got is Mad Balls versus the Garbage Pail Kids.
Oh, to skip it for me.
I can understand to a degree why it would be.
Yeah, I have Deadpool Bad Blood.
A meh.
You're obsessed with
this.
It's a meh.
Story. I am not obsessed with it. I like it. I enjoy it. It's fun. Now explain to me why you hate this amazing piece of work.
I hate it. It's a meh. It's not bad, but it's regurgitated. It's a story that's already been out there, so it's like it's a cash grab. For people that didn't get a chance to read it before, you can either pick it up in a hardback or
which I
read
did,
this.
and I'm enjoying it.
So it's just the art's okay.
Art is good. Art is
okay.
really damn good.
It's okay. All right, this
Mad Balls versus Garbage Pail Kids number 1. So I love the art in this.
Art's good.
Art is really good, especially on the opening page, which really sets the tone. I really like that. The Snob family have moved in.
Yeah, the Snobs
into a new neighborhood between 2 homes owned by the Garbage Pail Kids and the Mad Balls, and they're just kind of welcoming their new neighbors in the neighborhood. And after that, it's a story about extreme sports and a cheesy joke page. It's not bad. It's just.
I just thought it was pointless.
I mean, it really kind of is.
Really,
it's
just gibberish.
And I'm like, what the hell is the point of? What's the point of this?
That's why
I will say, if you're a big fan of Garbage Pail Kids and or Mad Balls, which I don't remember Mad Balls.
I vaguely remember them as a kid, but that's it.
Yeah,
I didn't think they were this big.
No, exactly.
Ever.
Like Garbage Pail Kids, yeah. But if you like either, pick it up. You may enjoy it. Yeah,
sure.
Next one I've got is Niobe Origins number 1.
Skip it for me.
That's fair.
I had Dark Spaces Wildfire. Number one from IDW by Scott Snitter.
Scott Snitter. You better explain yourself.
This wasn't bad. So it's based on true people. Yeah,
true
people.
Yep.
These people specifically in this book aren't real, but like
the prisoners who are tasked out to fight fires.
A group of women firefighters.
And they do exist.
Yes. Fighting wildfires. And it's like, that sucks.
Yeah. But hey, it's kind of like a Suicide Squad type thing. Think about it, just, hey, one hand, they're putting out fires. 2, if they die,
who cares?
Yeah.
It's a win-win for them. So it's okay. The art was all right. I had a hard time distinguishing the difference between the characters.
Yes, that was a problem.
Like, who are you again, and why do I care? And I really don't care. And then they come up with this elaborate plan to break into somebody's house, and it's like, it's okay.
Yeah, it's good. I actually enjoyed it. And there's actually a real heartfelt story with one of them. I understand what she's doing, what she's having to go through, and I'll get to my stuff later.
But it wasn't bad. It was okay. If you have the extra money, pick it up.
Yeah, I'll say that it was better than I thought it was going to be. I'll say that.
Yeah, I would say that.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
So I got Niobe Origins number 1. So this follows a pop idol named Niobe.
Sure.
And this girl is a superhero.
Yeah.
Or something. In her dreams, whom can teleport. I guess. And I tried following this, but I don't get it. It just drags toward the end. It just really drags. And maybe you out there, you've been reading the Niobe story and you're enjoying it, but I don't get it at all. I know there are some Antarctic Press readers. Not many. There's some. But I don't get it. I tried jumping in on this. I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah, I thought it was awful. Because I just couldn't follow it.
But it's some good art. But I'm just like, what is going on here? Okay.
That's how I felt with that one.
Next one I got is Nightwing number 94.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So while you're recoiling in fear, let me go ahead and talk about this real quick.
I have Locust, the Ballad of Men, number 1.
That's a meh. Wow. Nightwing 94. It's odd seeing Dan Turpin at the side of Maggie Sawyer doing nothing. Because Dan Turpin was a big Dan Turpin, Maggie Sawyer, they're big Superman supporting characters with the MCU. Metropolis Crime Unit.
Okay.
And Dan Turpin was more or less kind of like a Jack Kirby stand-in, and that's kind of how he was running the animated series. It's a Jack Kirby stand-in, And I guess that's a way of keeping Jack Kirby silent, I guess.
Sure.
Because the way he's drawn, I'm like, that looks like Jack Kirby. And it's like, I guess trying to keep him silent and out of the way, Tom Taylor. All right, that's one way of doing that.
Sounds about right.
And we get a twist at the end. And I'm like, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Really, at the end.
No one.
But there's a decent action scene in here. There's a decent action scene. It's drawn. I'll give that credit. So with that being said, it's a meh. Tom Taylor can actually do an action scene, not just people bickering or jerking each other off. So yeah, kudos to him. He can do something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't him.
Yeah, he's not quite to my level writing an action sequence, but yeah, he's all right.
He's quite to anybody's level.
No.
Yeah. Jesus. All right. Locust, the Ballad of Men, #1 from Scout. Mm-hmm. It's not bad. It's pretty good. My big gripe was there was a lot going on here in this story. They were throwing everything at this.
So I think there was a previous, we did that. We looked inside on the interior. This is supposed to be, did you have that in your notes?
No.
This is supposed to be issue 4. This is supposed to be issue 4, but it's issue 1 of the next series.
Right. So
they're assuming you've already read the prior series.
Right.
But this is a big misfire by making it #1.
Yeah, because I'm like, you have an epidemic, you have locust people, you have racist people, you have a Walking Dead world, you have The Last of Us, Contagion, and probably The Stand thrown in here.
And Kurt Russell in here too.
Kurt Russell, and it's just like, oh my God.
Kurt Russell from The Thing specifically.
Yes. Like you just threw all of this stuff into one book, and it's like, and then this, and how about this? How about this? It's like, can you focus on one of these things?
See, this is where a good editor comes in handy,
Yeah.
Because I'll say, like, for example, I had issue 4, Born of Blood. I had all this stuff happening, and I won't say the editor's name, and he was right. It's like they're both of them. I'm like, there's too much going on here. There's not much time to really reflect on what's happening. You don't really have any good fight scenes in here. We got to cut this in half. I'm like, okay, that's great, and it worked out. It's great. It's perfect. That's why they're there. They need guys. Like them there.
It's like you can't have end of the world stuff and then these locust people and then this happen. It's like, okay, like we need to be introduced to this one at a time.
Let's cut the Prozac in half.
Yeah.
All right. Let's focus on one thing right now.
Yeah.
Right?
Because it's this end of the world thing. It's like I'm already trying to struggle with that, and then it's like you're throwing in all these other things. It's one thing at a time, please. So yeah, the numbering didn't help.
No, it doesn't. No,
So,
we're not kidding. Open the inside. It says issue #4.
Yeah. So. No idea what's going on.
Next man I've got is Aquaman and the Flash Void Song #2.
I have that too as a map.
Yeah. First up, this was $7.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's
$7 doll hairs.
Yeah, it's a price tag.
So these two fighting here more than the Legion and JLA do later on, which I'm going to talk about in Skip It's. The art in this is bland, boring, undynamic in every sense of the word.
Like the villain in this.
Yes. It's like you pull up the word in the dictionary, undynamic. You know what you're going to find?
This.
And the definition, for undynamic too. Yes. Damn it, Kyle. There's no exciting page or panel in this comic at all that sticks with you. Nothing.
I forgot this book existed.
Yeah. Somehow these two jackasses, Lansing and Kelly, are the only heroes left, for the DC universe to make sure everything is written correctly. Yeah. Which parallels to these two jackasses, Flash and Aquaman, who are the only two superheroes left on the Earth, apparently, that have to are still fighting each other while the world is crumbling around them.
They're bickering and arguing. And yell. It's like, do you not understand that you're the only two people on the planet right now?
Did these two jackasses, Jackson, forget? Like, hey, these two were on the Justice League. They worked together.
Yeah, they brought up like these two don't really ever spend a lot of time just together themselves, and it's like,
but they worked together around each other. And it's not like they don't know each other.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure the main villain in this is Aquaman, as we find out.
Yeah.
Like he's the villain and all of it's like, when you find out what's going on with this void, I'm just like, what? Like, no person would act like that. Like how the revelation that happens, it's like, why wouldn't he have explained this before? Because he already knew everything. And it was just like, oh, I forgot to tell you.
These two knuckleheads have been rewarded with this is rewarding mediocrity.
Yeah.
Failing upwards.
Yeah. Like the first issue wasn't bad. The first issue was enough to get me like, okay, this is kind of interesting. The villain's kind of stupid and bland.
That was when you and Natasha reviewed.
Correct.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Which I thought it wasn't bad. But this, it's like, okay, this is bad. Yeah, it's
rewarding mediocrity.
It is. It's very mediocre. That's why it's a man.
Next one, I got is Blood Syndicate Season 1, number 3. That's a long title.
Did I have that? No, I have the brother of all men.
Yeah, I got that.
Aftershock.
Oh, yep, I got that. So, I will say this: there is a very interesting idea here.
Very cool.
Yeah, it reminds me of the movie Hereditary, kind of the element in that, and the Wicker Man a little bit, but more Hereditary. But I do love the time period it takes place in.
I love it too.
I do love the setup for it, but it feels like it just drags. It just it's not as suspenseful as I was hoping it was going to be.
No, for a first issue, I felt like you need because it's historical fiction. Yep. This is based on a true story that happened in Canada. So this cult, whatever Brother 12 is a real person that actually happened. So they're just twisting it a little bit and bringing in this crime noir story where a guy trying to save his brother. All this stuff sounded good. And the art's not bad. The art's pretty good.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it fits the story well.
Yeah. But like you said, I was just kind of like,
I'm halfway in. I'm like, I'm kind of losing interest in this.
Yeah, I was with it right away. I'm like, this is great. This is awesome.
Yeah.
And then I was kind of like, maybe it's too Canadian.
Could be. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Too much poutine and maple syrup. That's what happens. But
I'm not writing it off yet. I'll still keep giving it a shot until I don't.
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah. Maybe this. Yeah. The Canadians can. Redeem themselves.
Maybe they can.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Yep. It's not bad though.
No, it's not. Absolutely not.
That's saying a lot from Aftershock.
Yeah. Blood Syndicate season 1, number 3.
I have DC versus Vampires All Out War 1 of 6. Left 4 Dead.
Nope. I saved that because I thought that was I had considered much more gooder.
Okay.
But Blood Syndicate season 1, number 3. This was probably the least worst comic this week from DC. I'll say that. The least worst comic from DC. And that's saying a lot. I'll say that. So I'm officially done with the series. I gave it 3, and I'm done. As soon as I saw the BLM stuff on the first page, I knew I was done. And
that's why I stopped reading.
As soon as this is where we're going, I'm out.
Yep.
I'm out. But it's all about gangs, and I'm not really into that. It's just I know some people are into that stuff. It's just. It's not my thing. I tried. It's not my bag, baby.
Yeah.
I can't. I gave it 3 tries. It didn't work for me. Sorry.
That's fine. And I didn't want no part of that shit. DC versus Vampires All Out War. Awesome cover. Great cover. Good art throughout. Again, this series is a mess.
Well, not just. Well, I wouldn't say not so narratively, but timeline revealing wise, because the main series. In all these side stories have been released, you would have thought the main story would have been finished by now, if not 3 months ago. But it's still ongoing, and all these events take place after the main series, which eliminates all of the suspense or tension or surprises.
So this one, Slade Wilson has an idea to bring back Batman,
which it does pick up from a previous issue last week or so. I forget what that, but it's a great idea.
It's a good idea.
Yeah,
it makes sense. And everyone around him thinks it's a bad idea.
It's like,
or the way he did it was bad. It's like, it's Slade Wilson. What'd you think? Like he was going to ask your permission first?
No, of course not.
It's like, no, he doesn't give a shit what you think.
No.
It's just hard to follow sometimes. Some of the art.
The art sometimes, like when Jean Paul Valley gets out of the costume, I'm like,
who are you?
Who? Yeah.
And the way that Booster Gold was drawn, I'm like, okay, that's a look.
The art was problematic at points.
Yes, it did hinder it a little bit. Again with the issues with everything with DC versus Vampires, they dropped the ball.
Yeah,
but it's not bad.
No,
it's okay.
I do love that cover.
Our cover's great. I love it.
All right, next one I've got is Isle of Terror Part 2 of 3: The Monster Men.
Jesus. All right, I have the Flash 784.
Oh wow! Oh wow! Explain yourself.
I did. So this is the multiverse of madness, pretty much in this. So we have Mad Max World Flash, we have the Bat Flash,
which is pretty cool. I did like that.
Yeah, and like the old school, like Silver Age, Golden Age type Flash world, and but they got to find the right Barry, and which one is it? We don't know. What did we learn from this? Not a goddamn thing. Nothing happened in this. This was a complete filler. Nothing happened. You don't know anything more about any of them really, and so no point to this than where they left off. They're still without Barry.
Yeah. I got Monster Men, Isle of Terror, number 2. So there's a line in here where someone says, I don't understand what's going on here. And I feel the same way.
I hated that book.
But don't get me wrong. Look, it's action-packed, well illustrated for the story, but I have no idea who's good or bad in this.
I didn't know anything.
Yeah, I'm like, I have no clue what's going on
here.
Yeah. Certainly you. Make no sense.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
They did not
I tried.
make any sense. Okay.
I got Skybound X, number
Really?
25. Yes.
Really?
And well, my first mystery is like, there were 25 issues of this.
Yeah, first off, I didn't go to the lettering. Okay, I have Alien.
Oh, I got that too.
Annual.
Yes.
Anal number 1.
Alien Anal. Yes. The Alien Anal number 1. First anal of
Yeah.
Alien. So I had to do some math. I had to look this up when this took place because it's kind of confusing when this takes place.
Correct.
I had to go back to the first, because the first series launched almost 2 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, almost 2 years ago.
Damn.
Almost. They don't clearly state when it takes place.
No, there's no dates.
No, which is a problem. But at the very beginning, like they do say, like when key events took place, but not when this takes place,
right? Which
is a problem.
Big problem.
But I'm about 99% certain it's that mission that Gabe, who's the hero from the main original main story. It's that mission he was on before he was found.
Yeah, like he's getting commendation or something, or retiring.
He was retiring. And so he's having flashbacks from the mission.
Yes.
This is that mission.
That's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not bad.
No.
The action, the gore is cool.
There's a lot of chest bursters. I'll say that.
Yes.
That's cool. Yeah.
And it literally goes how you think it's going to go if you've ever seen Alien.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of anticlimactic because we already know
what happens
to this guy, and it's in that main story. Like, it was good, but it really wasn't that great. And it's really, we don't really need to go back to see what happened to this guy.
No. Yeah, it's one of those, like, it's so much better told in flashback that you don't need it in its own story.
Now I'll say this: if this was like a flashback story with like any of the Marines who landed on LV-426, like it was like a Hicks or Hudson or a Frost story, I'm like, fuck yeah, I'll go for a backstory on those guys.
And I also felt in that first story that he was responsible for this. Like he let people die, or he did something nefarious. It's like that's not the case in here at all.
No.
So it's not like it's like, oh, we're going to find out that he screwed over his own, Marines or something. It's like, no, none of that happened either. So what was the point?
Just to show him that he was a good guy. Like, okay.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I guess 2 years later.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Still right. But the art's good though.
I was hoping for several pages of this.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to see that.
Yeah, let's rock, blowing them away. But no, really, there's none of that really.
No, there's one alien.
Yeah,
that's it. One xenomorph. That's it.
I got Skybound X number 25.
I have Triskele.
Wow.
Treskele.
Wow, Kyle. Wow.
Traskele. Triskele.
Jesus, Kyle.
Number 2. All right, Skybound X. How dare you?
This was all right. I mean,
it was awesome.
So, what I can tell you, I didn't know there were 25 issues of this.
I didn't either.
I thought it ended like after issue 6.
Oh, I thought it was just a one-off.
Okay, yeah. These weren't bad. Some of these were actually good. The first story with the Invincible tie-in
was great.
Great, yeah,
that was awesome.
Fun. That was fun. Second was solid with the Devil Island.
That was cool.
And
that was so funny.
The third with the Colorless World was fun too. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all right. Yeah. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. I say from Image, like all those are. I'd rather read all of these.
Yeah, because like, that other anthology series they got going on, which is absolute dog shit. So, like, this is at least Robert Kirkman knows, as compared. Well, I'll say Robert Kirkman's 50 for shooting 50-50 this week on good and bad.
What else did he write?
Oh, the other Skybound book. You know what it is? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like can't win them all.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Hey, you can't.
Nope.
But
they do.
But they do win them. That's
true.
They do win them all. Huh. All right, Triskele. I don't get this. It's a kid who walks around and there's some gold light that fucking follows him around, and he does nothing, and nothing happens, and some evil guy wants this gold light now.
It's a hero's journey story, Kyle. It's the hero's journey.
The most boring hero's journey of all time.
No, that's Lord of the Rings.
Oh, wow. How dare you? Amazon thinks so.
Yeah, yes, they do. Absolutely, yeah.
I will take Lord of the Rings over this any day of the week.
Absolutely not.
Oh my God, this is absolutely pointless. I just don't get that. I don't get it. And the art's mediocre at best, too. But a good art, it would help.
Wow.
It's not for me.
Clearly.
I'm not clever enough.
Nope. I got Seven Sons Part 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jay Lee is spinning over in his grave. I have By the Horns, Dark Earth, number 3. Another one from Scoot.
Like I really I tried with this series. I really tried, but I was just very bored reading this.
Really?
I was bored. Just
the character study.
Clearly, yeah. I'm reading this. I'm having to go back multiple times because I seriously forgot what happened in the previous pages. I'm like, find myself like.
I thought you meant the previous issue. I was like,
there's nothing exciting going on here at all whatsoever.
That's just beautiful about
it. No, I love Jay Lee to death. I do. Just this series. I'm like, yeah, there's nothing really special about it.
Wow.
Outside the Jay Lee art.
That's enough.
Yeah.
By the Horns. Speaking of it.
Oh, we already read this one.
Number 3?
Yeah, I reviewed that last week. Remember?
You did. I read issue 2. I didn't read issue 3.
Yeah, I read this one last week. Yeah.
Well, issue 2 was the Cantina one.
Oh, and this one, I reviewed this one.
I didn't review it.
So, in case you don't know, some Scout books they get come in with Lunar and Diamond. This one came in the Diamond.
So I didn't get it.
Yeah. So I'll let you read it because I reviewed this last week.
Yeah. So it's they're at the ocean. They're followed by pirates. That's basically all that happens, and it's
just like they're missing is Michael Bolton. Yeah, singing Captain Jack
Sparrow. Yeah, basically. So it's. I read much worse this week.
Yes. All right, next one I got. That was a fun skit.
It was.
Moon Knight, Black, White, and Blood, number 3.
Wow. I have Batman the Knight, 7 out of 10.
Oh, you were much more forgiving on that than I was.
Yes, I was.
You better explain yourself right now why you're so much more forgiving on this one.
I liked parts of this. And I like the stuff with Zatanna was bad.
Yes. Yeah.
I liked the stuff with Giovanni when Bruce was talking to him.
Mm-hmm.
I liked that.
Mm-hmm.
Those little moments. Mm-hmm. I liked the conversations they had. That's basically it. Everything else, the whole magic shit, it was a little much for me. I was like, would he have done this?
So I'm going to explain what did that better when I get to my skits, because I'll get to my thoughts later on it because this issue pissed me off. Yeah,
there was a lot wrong with it. I'm just like, okay.
And people are very forgiving on Chip Zdarsky. They are. You guys, they're got those rose tinted glasses on, like people who love Tom King. Oh, hey, Sean.
Oh, hey.
I just need my keys.
Oh,
it's so professional.
What up, guys?
Hey, guys. I need my keys.
Headphones?
No.
Okay, good.
What are you talking about?
Oh, he was talking about Batman the Night, and I'm getting ready to talk about
Moon Knight. So much night.
Yeah.
A lot of red.
Yeah, it's night, but it's red.
Yeah.
Is it a red night?
Ooh,
red
night.
Yeah.
New idea.
Marvel's watching right now. Marvel's watching right now. Just watch it.
The red night.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
From Merc Publishing.
Yeah. Coming soon.
From Solar Eclipses, yeah.
But it's a girl.
It's a 12-year-old
twist.
It's a 12-year-old black girl.
No.
Oh.
It's an actual girl with like bazoomas, and she takes off her helmet, and like there's the reveal, long flowing hair.
Is it only during her cycle that she comes out and fights? The red night.
She's a red night.
That's when she gets her power.
Only 4 or 5 days out of the month.
She's not too hard to find. She's leaving a trail.
Oh God! See, this is why we can't do this because this happens.
We got something.
Man.
There's
no alcohol involved in this one.
Nope.
Oh man.
The red night. Hey, you guys thought of that. I was thinking
An actual knight.
Those are mine, yours.
Those are yours. Yeah.
All right, I'm out of here now. Before we.
Okay.
That was much better than this.
Yes, it was. Yeah, I'd much rather read that.
I would read that any day of the week over this.
I'd much rather read that than this again. Moon Knight, Black White, and Blood #3. So the first story, I thought was solid and creative.
I hated it.
The first story,
stupid.
I thought it was interesting. That's an interesting twist on it. I'm like, okay, I'll go with that. That's fine. Second story, I was like, is this some bullshit to set up a 12-year-old girl as the next Moon Knight? Yeah. So the writer of that, look, fuck you. Look, Mark Spector is Moon Knight.
Yes, always will be.
He is the Moon Knight.
Sorry.
No, that's how it is, guy.
I don't care what Disney Plus says.
No, yes, it's Mark Spector. Yeah. And third story, what the hell was that?
Oh my god.
What the hell was that?
It was a mess. It was a mess. Spaghetti flying everywhere up in space, and it's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
It was an absolute joke. Yeah, I hated that. That one made no sense.
Yeah. But yeah, writer of the second story, yeah. Fuck you.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
Last one I got is New Fantastic Four #2.
You're very kind with that. Jesus. I have Jennifer Blood, #10.
Okay, so real quick, New Fantastic Four #2. Look, this comic is just odd.
Yeah, that's a nice way of putting it.
It's not bad. It's
bad.
Not great. No, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. There's some decent action sequences in here. The art is solid. I liked it, but it's just odd. It's a very odd story. I mean, I get the story.
Mm-hmm.
I get the dialogue. It's just odd. I'm like, this is not what I expected, nor what I wanted with the new Fantastic Four.
Nobody wanted this. There was nobody that could sit there and say they wanted it. Peter David didn't want it.
I clearly he didn't. I'm like, look,
way.
We've been championing Peter David.
I know, and I feel really bad.
Yeah, I'm like,
especially with another title he wrote.
Which is better than this.
I think he actually wrote.
Yes, this one. I'm like, did your assistant write this, man?
Yeah. Did you literally phone this in? I don't know. And they were like, every other word was getting cut out, and some people was just like, I don't know. What'd he say?
Yeah.
Something with a Las Vegas and a priest that can teleport.
Yeah, I'm like,
what?
In the homeless below Las Vegas. I'm like, who cares?
What about the Fantastic Four?
Yeah. What about Mr. Fix-It and
Wolverine?
I think Mr. Fix-It only has like one line of dialogue in this, maybe two.
Yeah.
And I don't get it. Yeah. I try. It is a very odd series.
It is mind-boggling.
Yeah.
Jennifer Blood #10. Dramatic ending to part 2. The Eagle gets the offer to kill Jennifer Blood, and I'm like, okay. And we get a showdown. We get a fight. It's great. Wasn't bad. It ended exactly as I thought it was going to end when that was being proposed at the very beginning of this book. I'm like, well, I know where this is going. It's nothing spectacular, but it's not bad. It's pretty good. It's okay. So,
all right. Now we are on to the skip.
I got one more.
God damn it, Kyle.
I have Shaolin Cowboy. You love this series.
I love this series. Jeff Darrow's art is fantastic.
The art's good. The story is just absolute trash.
No, it is not. It is a fun, wild West futuristic story. I love it. It is hysterical.
It's just too much.
No, it's not.
It's
not. Absolutely not.
Art's subjective.
You better hope Jeff Darrow doesn't watch it, man. You better hope.
Well, write a better book. It's just not for me.
Clearly, it's not for me. Yeah, good art is not for everyone. Yeah,
that's true.
All right, so we're on to the skip its this week, and we're adding a little twist this week, guys. So we got the approval from Sean.
Yes, we did.
He gave us the go ahead. He said, "Make it so."
He did say, "Make it so."
Look, I'm not going to do this to everyone, but there's a few in here.
There's one specifically that I want to tear up.
There's one I probably know which one it is, but I'm not going to because it is what it is. But there's some we are going to be tearing them in half. We're going to be tearing them up, literally tearing them up on camera.
Yep, because
they're just that bad. So with that being said,
okay,
let's get started.
Okay,
I'm starting with a bang. Skybound presents After School #2, episode 2.
That's literally right here too. Yeah.
Okay, so
what the fuck?
Wait, real quick. 3 words. Stay on target.
Yes.
Stay on target. Because there are a lot of sensitive people out there on YouTube.
It's true.
Gotta stay on target.
Especially about this.
Yes. All right. So, where are my notes? Shit. All that being said, damn it.
Took notes.
But yeah, Kyle, you said it best. What the hell was this?
Mm-hmm.
Sean read it first.
Oh, he read it. Okay.
He read it. And he was like, he said, "What the fuck is this?" I read it.
This was one of the last ones I read. I was sitting right over here when I read it.
This is one of the first ones I read. I said, I'm like, "What the fuck is this?" Kyle, what was your reaction reading this?
The art was either bad or horrible. Like I don't, because they're starting in a school. A girl is pregnant.
Yes.
And not there at school.
Yes.
And then you get 3 characters sitting down at like soccer practice or something. Mm-hmm. Is one of them pregnant?
I think
because the art later on in the story,
yes,
you see her drawn as pregnant.
Yes.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, because this brings up another problem with this. Because look, okay, this is serious. This is serious subject matter.
Incredibly serious.
They make light of this.
Yeah.
Which is with this bullshit sci-fi horror element called the storkening.
The storkening. Because it's a stork who delivers babies.
Yes.
But it's
and this was co-written by a look, did she write Loki? Did she quote unquote write Loki? Yes.
Sure.
And is she a quote unquote comedian? Yes. This is not funny in the least.
Because this was supposed to be.
There are times I'm feeling like I'm watching this. I'm like I'm reading this. Okay. I'm saying to myself, I think they're supposed to be funny here. This is supposed to be a joke, but this is serious fucking subject matter, and you're treating it like it's
teen pregnancy.
Yeah,
and abortions. I think.
Okay, now let's stay back on target with this. Yes. So let's cut to the chase at the end because we got a lot to get through.
Yeah.
Cut to the end of this. So instead of having her baby, she kills the stork.
Yep.
Thus killing the baby.
I'm assuming. And
her friend go get ice cream, laughing and smiling afterwards.
Correct.
Got it.
Because she's drawn as not pregnant, jumping around. There's a stork following her in her house. Her friend comes to pick her up. Yeah. Then while she's in the car, she gets a baby bump. So then she either was drawn horribly, like she was supposed to have been pregnant, or just magically got pregnant, and it made. And then you then see her not be pregnant.
Yeah,
and I'm like, what?
It's like
I don't get it.
Tone deaf. Yes. Is the term that comes to mind for this comic.
Yeah.
Tone deaf. I know there are people who are going to be championing this. People are going to love this. I'm sure Bleeding Cool is already saying it's going to be nominated for 20 Eisners.
It'll win them.
But this comic is tone deaf.
Oh, it's awful. She makes a vegetarian joke out of nowhere. I saw him like, what?
I think that's a euphemism for something else.
Okay.
Probably.
This thing made no sense.
Yeah, the art, like you said, the story is a mess. Tone deaf. Art goes from decent to shitty in a matter of pages. I'm saying skip it because this is all for shock value. It is not well written at all. It is not a well written comic. It is a mess. This is all for shock value. It's all it is.
It's like, oh, teen pregnancy, we're edgy.
Yes.
It's like, well, and the fact that they put their pronouns at the end and their names, it's like.
Stay on target. Yep. Stay on target.
It's like, you know what you're doing.
Yep. And Skybound issued a notice to retailers, the letter, and it's like, yep, okay, we know where you stand with this comic. You know where it's going.
Yep.
That's your journey. And but on the comic itself, we're saying skip it because it is a mess.
It's a mess.
And it sucks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I'll say that it is not the worst. It did not offend me the most. I was shocked. Yeah, more than anything else.
Whiplashed.
Yeah, it's whiplash inducing. Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
But with that being said, it's not the worst. Oh no.
No.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Next up, I got She-Hulk number 5.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. I think I got that. Oh, no, I got that. There she is.
I was gonna say you better have it.
I love mine. She's drawn like a 12-year-old. It's adorable.
It's Toadstorbs.
Look.
So the first half of this really pissed me off.
Why?
And was devoid of any common sense, especially for a lawyer. All right.
Yeah.
So the guy in this asshole physically assaults and batters She-Hulk.
Yes, she does. Yeah.
And this asshole's wife lectures She-Hulk and Jack of Hearts that he didn't mean it, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Now, Kyle, in your experience in law enforcement, is that okay?
No.
Okay.
No, it's not.
Yeah. You would think with, let alone a lawyer, it's like, no, it's not okay.
Yeah. Like, no. Like, you don't get to just walk away. And I took it as something very different. I thought he was seen as special.
Yeah, me too. I thought he was touched.
And
I thought he was touched.
And
like Simple Jack.
Yeah. Or, MMON, that spells.
That's how I'm calling him?
Yeah. It's like, okay. And I thought she was his handler.
Yeah, it turns out that's his wife.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't think that's allowed because he's a little.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't think he can legally get married. I don't know, but
maybe she's touched too. Maybe she's yeah.
So yeah, I took it as so they're saying something like, "Hey, cut some slack to these people. Let them destroy everything.
Let them physically assault and batter people. He didn't hurt you, so it's okay." I'm like, no, it's not okay.
You're insured.
No, this writer is an absolute jackass.
Yeah.
This comic is a mess. No.
Yes, it was awful.
And the whole last half is just
them sitting down eating.
This shit crap. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Has there been a She-Hulk book yet where they haven't been eating food?
In this run?
Yeah.
No.
I don't think so.
No.
I think every one of them there has been food.
Yeah.
Consumed.
Yeah, this writer's a moron.
Yeah.
This series has only gotten worse.
It has.
No,
it has. It's a mess.
Yeah. Next skip it I got. Avengers 58.
Wow.
Yeah.
You didn't like that?
Yes.
Damn.
So
harsh. I got that.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So really, another goddamned Ghost Rider?
Yes.
Really, another one. One.
Is it?
Who gives a shit?
But why not?
2. Who gives a shit? 3. How is this not shooting yourself in the foot when you have a pretty successful Ghost Rider series with the true Ghost Rider?
Yeah.
I don't get it. It's like it came to a point in this comic where I just wanted all of these bickering characters to die. I wanted all of them to die. I was halfway through this and I just wanted them all to die horribly. Even Captain America. I'm like,
oh, I know.
Just fucking kind of nuke, just drop and just
die.
Die. Yeah. God,
maybe.
I'm like Elaine watching The English Patient.
Yes.
Like, God damn it.
Yeah. Just all of you died.
Yeah, I hated this comic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did
but it was not the worst.
Still not the worst.
Still not the worst. Yeah.
No, we still got a ways to
go.
Yeah,
we got a ways to go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, buckle up. Buckle up, buckaroo. Yeah. It's going to get worse.
Yes.
Next one I've got is the Rocketeer number 4.
Wow, how the mighty have fallen.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I got that.
Right?
Yep.
Mess. How, in God's name, so it comes to a point where Rocketeer is flying midair.
Correct.
So we're assuming at roughly a couple hundred miles an hour, if not faster.
At least, yeah.
Likewise to the female pilot next to him.
Correct.
Who's in a covered plane.
Yes, she is.
How in God's name can she hear him while they're both flying midair at several hundred miles an hour?
I don't know.
Like I said, she's in her cockpit protected.
Yep.
He's got his helmet on.
Yes, he does.
And we watched the movie Rocketeer. His voice is muffled. You can barely understand what the hell he's saying. It's like,
yep.
What the serious fuck? Are you kidding me right now?
Some new form of communication.
Yeah. I know, right? It's like at least they could have. If the writer had any goddamn common sense, he could have been like
radio.
It's the radio helmet that he put in for me. So I could communicate.
Howard Hughes.
Yeah, Howard Hughes put in for me. Yeah, anyway, he gets the bad guys and survives, walks off to the sunset with Betty. Blah blah blah. Yeah, this story was terrible. The art
awful,
but the
art's not bad.
The covers are solid. It's like
covers are great.
The story sucked.
Hey, you don't get this at all.
No, you don't. It's a fucking lie. This is the main cover.
Yes, it's an absolute lie.
Yeah.
This series baffled me.
Yes, absolutely.
In the sense that right from Jump Street, it had no idea what it was doing.
No.
And it was just like, well, shit, we got to put something out.
I was hoping for a bigger twist with his benefactor. I'm like,
yeah.
It was just the bad guy. I'm like, Well, no shit, but
Take them away, toys.
Yeah. What'd you say, Chief?
It was so stupid at the
Yes.
end. I was just like, oh my God, they're doing this.
Yeah.
There was no point to this.
No.
Absolute waste. So much for a great race.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
Not so great.
Next one I've got is Rogues Gallery, number 1.
Rogues Gallery.
I think I was the only one that got this. You didn't get
Okay,
this. Sean only had one copy of this.
Well,
yeah.
That's a new one. All right, you already talked about this, so I'll bring up the new Craptastic 4, number 2.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is a skip it for me.
So real quick, Rogues Gallery, number 1, what the hell? So we get kids who watch a comic book show
Okay.
and want to steal a comic from
like
someone's home,
I like it.
but it's not stealing, it's liberating. You're liberating the comic.
Because it's sentient?
No.
Oh.
So it's okay. Remember, Kyle, so in case you don't know this out there, it's okay to break into someone's home to steal a comic if you're liberating it. Remember that. I think that law enforcement, they allow that, right? If you're just say you're liberating it.
I let him go.
Yeah.
Like that tracks.
So yeah, the writer is a goddamned idiot. And every character in this comic is an insufferable asshole.
What?
Congratulations. Kyle, New Fantastic
But
Four.
it's so good. I hate this book. I hate this story. It makes no sense. These characters are pointless. Their dialogue is awful. The banter is terrible. The few pages you get with Wolverine talking.
It's more of a Ghost Rider story than anything else.
Yeah, it's really turned into that. And I'm just like,
I'm fine with, but I'm like, say it's a Ghost Rider story written by Peter David. Cool. All right. Yeah.
Get rid of all the other characters that you're not writing anay.
They're not doing anything.
Yeah. So it's like, and who is this priest character? And
I don't know.
like, what does he do? Like, what? Who is he?
He wishes that it comes true.
But what does that mean?
God exists.
Is that what it is?
I guess. I don't know.
Is it a joke? Is that what's funny?
I don't know.
Maybe
we'll find out.
Well, the one when he wishes he could fly but
Yes.
doesn't because Human Torch picks him up. So it's like, can he? Like, I don't know. I don't know what this book is.
No.
It's an absolute mess. Jeez.
Next one I've got is the ocean will. You came in my ocean.
Yes.
The ocean will come in us. No, the ocean will take us. Number 4.
The ocean came in me.
Yeah, ocean came in me. Number 4. Yeah.
There she is.
So one of the characters actually described what she was doing as random from a film and actually hacks into the computer.
Yes.
Are you kidding me right now?
Yes.
I could not fucking believe that.
She's like, that doesn't actually happen. Yeah. Oh, it actually happened.
Yes. And we find out who the Grand Wizard is. Not much of a shock.
No.
And he even says it himself.
Yes. Yep.
And of course, the 2 girls are lesbians.
Duh.
Duh. I think I called that in issue 1, actually. Yeah. This comic was just incredibly stupid and horribly illustrated by a Steven Universe wannabe artist.
Yes. I hate the art in this. This story is dumb.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have a character. Never mind. That referential bullshit just pisses me off. And it's like, oh, I'm so kooky. I know everything.
I'm kooky
because I've seen movies and I can reference stuff, and that's how it's like. You just come off as a bitch.
Joss Whedon character. Thanks, Joss Whedon. Yeah.
Yes. It's like that. It's nobody talks like that in real life. Nobody talks like that. I hate it. When you have Strange Academy. Mm-hmm. With fantastical characters that are in high school, they are more believable than these actual high school kids.
I think his name is Calvin, the Dormammu child.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like he has more emotion, more believability than every single goddamn character in this book.
Yes, I believe that story 100% over this garbage.
Yes, absolutely.
So it just goes to show you.
Yes, but far from the worst.
But hey, the ocean came in him.
Yes, it did. Black Adam number 2. So
I was gonna tear this one up.
I was originally, but then I'm like, oh my god, I got much worse stuff. So,
oh my,
this is just a mess. This is just a bad idea. This is just a bad idea from the get-go. It is a continuation and padding from the first issue. Mm-hmm. That's all it is. Nothing exciting happens. There's a
first appearance.
Oh,
it's a key, right?
Yeah. There's a quote unquote decent fight scene that's drawn, but the head slapping moment is like it's the White Adam moment. The White Adam, yeah.
I literally busted out laughing.
It's beyond stupid for the character of Black Adam. Like, I'm not going to. We don't have time. We're running short on time. We got to get through these books. It is head slappingly stupid.
Having Black Adam say, "You'll be better than I ever could be," he would never say that to anyone.
No. I'm giving this one more issue. I'm giving it one more. It's look. We've been championing to the cows come home.
Mm-hmm.
On top of the mountain. Christopher Priest.
Yes.
Doing great fucking work. This is a huge misstep. Peter David has New Fantastic Four. He's got Black Adam. Yeah.
There must have been a deadline. It must have been like, hey, we have a movie coming out. But like, you still write this.
Mm-hmm.
A White Adam. That's a black guy.
It's like when you say that out loud, it's like, how can you not laugh when you hear it? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's real. That's a real thing in this book. Like,
But that being said, it's still far from the worst. So I'm not going to tear it.
It is one of the best of the worst.
Yeah, there we go. Next one I got is Batman the Knight number 7 to 10.
All right, I have Last Spot Standing. The Transformers Last Spot Standing.
I had that. You know what? Yeah, let's go and talk about that before I get to Batman the Knight because I have words.
Why are these books so damn long?
You know, that's point number one.
Novel.
2, I said it before. I'm going to say it again. This story like this has been done so much better. Like The Last Ronin, Batman: The Dark Knight Returns. Anything else?
Old Man Logan.
Mm-hmm. Even for the most part, Old Man Hawkeye.
Yes.
For the most part, until the end when Kate Bishop shanghaied the story from him.
Of course.
This is so incredibly fucking boring.
Yes.
I could not believe it.
Yes.
I really could not believe it.
Like, what's the story? I still don't know.
It's
so boring.
I think it's focused on the humans. Yeah.
Like, that's your problem when it's the last bot standing.
And you want to focus more on the 12-year-old tomboy and
and the family passing these down through
generation. Like, I don't care.
It's like, stop. You're focusing on the wrong thing.
Yes. It should be Hot Rod, trying to take out Cyclonus, who's coming in to take over the town. Hey,
yes.
There you go.
Yeah. And you don't need 90 pages to talk about nothing.
No.
Like, every one of these, it feels like I'm reading a novel, and it's like
a very unfun.
Yeah.
It's like War and Peace. Yeah.
Yeah. It's boring.
Yeah.
Yeah. Terrible.
But far from the worst. I got Batman the Knight number 7 to 10.
We already talked about this. I will Moon Knight, Black, White, and Blood.
So let me pull up my notes for Batman the Knight because I'll have words with D. Where are my notes? And there she is. And of course, Zatara, her father, is a depressed alcoholic. Mm-hmm. And of course, another character who's a friend of the Waynes.
Yes, of course.
Who knows the Waynes?
I knew your parents.
Yeah, it's at the point now in this series, according to the greatest writer of all time, Chip Zdarsky, that who in the hell in this world at this point wasn't a friend of the Waynes?
The Clintons.
Ooh, good point. Yeah, the Clintons. Yeah,
ironic.
And of course, they know whom Bruce is.
Yes. And
what his mission is.
Yes.
I can't help but read this and think about. I'm going to pull it up right now. I'm going to share my screen. Let's see here. Sharing. Share screen. We're going to share this one. Share. But we're pulling that down, and we're not showing that. We're going to show this. Batman Animated Series. Okay. I can't help but read this and think how Paul Dini on Batman Animated Series did it so much. What's the word?
Gooder?
Yes, gooder and better. So you have this. If you have never watched this episode from Batman Animated Series, I had to pull up on Amazon to get the exact episode number. So it's season 2, episode 26.
Okay.
Season 2, episode 26. We get they introduce us to the backstory of Zatanna and Bruce Wayne, but he didn't go by Bruce Wayne. He went by the alias John Smith, and they didn't know why he was doing this. He was just Zatara was training him to be maybe his successor.
Okay.
But he was telling him, hey, I have to go. And like him and Zatanna fell, like they got close to one another. He's going to have to leave soon. It's perfect.
Yeah.
You don't know why he's there. But Chip Zdarsky, in his infinite wisdom, thought that, hey, let's make it bleak, depressing, and treat everyone as a miserable and insufferable asshole in this comic.
Yeah.
Fuck this comic, and shame on him for what he did and pissing on what Paul Dini did.
How?
Look, you got it the right way, what Paul Dini did with the Zatanna episode,
Yeah.
and you got the wrong way, Batman the Night #7. This comic is fucking stupid and fucking terrible. I'm telling everyone, please watch the Zatanna episode to see how it's done correctly.
Interesting.
And I'm done.
Okay. Moon Knight, Black, White, and Blood. I didn't like all three of these stories were dumb. First story was trying to be funny, but dumb. And the second story, was blasphemy.
Mm-hmm.
And the third story made absolutely no sense whatsoever. And it didn't feel like Moon Knight at all.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't feel like a Moon Knight story. There's like, just throw Moon Knight in there.
Yeah. It's more of a Guardians of the Galaxy story than
That's
anything
what it felt
else.
like. I'm like, this doesn't feel right. This thing's an absolute waste of time.
Yep.
All of the stories suck.
Yep, absolutely. And still got more.
Okay.
We still got more to go.
More gooder stuff.
So I've got 5 left. How many you got?
Okay, a lot more than that. 12, 14, 15, I don't know. A lot.
Okay.
Okay.
So I've got. Because I got to use the bathroom real quick. I've had a lot of water today. I'm worked up, so you can see what I've got. I'm saving these, so you can go talk through the ones. Just don't show them on the camera which ones I've got. So Kyle's taking the controls. I'll be back in 2 Shades of Lamb's Tail.
Or we'll talk about the ones that you've already talked about.
Yep, do that.
Okay. Oh, geez. Okay. Just me.
Someone's in the bathroom.
Hi-oh, every time. All right, Blood Syndicate Season 1. Terrible. Awful. Downright. I wouldn't go so far as to say racist, but it's not for me. I'm done with this. Don't see the point. I don't like the riots. It's too much. Nightwing 94.
Oh, you mean the peaceful protests?
Yeah.
Mostly peaceful protests.
Mostly peaceful protests. Nightwing 94. Now, this guy, where are my notes for Nightwing 94? So, what are my notes? A black woman attorney general yelling at a white male cop. Thank God.
Yep.
And she decides to send the guy to the most neglected private prison in the country as punishment until the trial.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
That's how it works.
She literally says that. The attorney general tells this guy.
Well, Tom Taylor's from Australia. Maybe that's what happens in Australia.
That could be.
Yeah.
And Nightwing fights and beats up the police commissioner. He gets his Slay Queen moment. And I can't recommend this book. It's absolutely skip it. It's trash. All right. I had the Monster Men #2. I couldn't make heads or tails of it. I honestly didn't know. I didn't know who was good and who was bad. Like, I didn't get any of it. I'm like, is this kind of like a King Kong type story? But it's not. Monster Hunters, but it's not. Penny Dreadful, and it's not. I don't know. It's an anomaly of a book. It's completely confusing. And then I had Mad Balls versus Garbage Pail Kids #1. Good art. I like the Garbage Pail Kids. It's just noise, basically. This book is noise. This couple shows up to a house that are between the two houses that house the Garbage Pail Kids and the Mad Balls, and then it just turns into absolute chaos, and everybody's yelling at each other, and things are blowing up, and it's too loud for me. So that's a skip.
Like Huey Lewis in Back to the Future. Sorry.
Yeah.
Girls are just too darn loud.
Yes, they are too darn loud. What? I think that's. I have. You didn't read this? Did you read this?
Yes, I did. Yes.
Is that in here?
No.
Why?
I enjoyed it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I have Florida Man #1 from American Mythology Productions. Okay.
They're the ones that produce Zorro and Monster Men
and garbage like this. Florida Man. This is the most redneck, white trash Kid Rock song I have ever seen in a book. Basically, it's a guy that I don't know. I'm not into that whole Florida gator raccoon shooting crowd, and that's basically what this whole book is. Things just happen, and I wasn't the biggest fan of this at all. Just an absolute waste of my time. I don't know what else to say about it. It is mind-baffingly horrible. Absolute awful. And I have Niobe Origins from Antarctic Press, #1. Pop star fighter ninja and stuff, and she's a pop star ninja, and stuff just happens, and she fights evil things and guys. I don't know. This thing made no sense to me either. If you're a fan of it, great. I wasn't. Not a fan. Okay,
we're on to the last ones. All right, so I think we're getting, these are the ones I'm going to tear. These are the ones. Okay. This is where the ones that were just so.
Yep, I got one more that you don't have. Silver coin #12.
What? Wow.
I hated this. This story was so stupid.
So this is we're gonna strongly disagree. Oh. I thoroughly enjoyed this comic. Yes.
So stupid. I didn't like this one. I'm coming a mile away with this one. I mean, it is pretty bad. It's pretty lazy.
I just completely disagree.
Didn't like it.
Disagree.
Not for me.
It was for me.
Okay.
All right, here we go. On to the creme de la crap.
Yay!
The terrible. Quote, I like that. The terrible.
Yes.
I like that. Dark Crisis Young Justice #26.
Yes. This was good. We get, lesbian Superboy. And...
lesbians, yeah. I do love how Batman told Tim Drake, like, this is the phase you're going to go through and grab it. Like, that's the best part. I laughed out loud. This is the best part of this comic. And everything after that is just absolute dog shit. I could not believe it. Really could not. First issue was a train wreck.
Yes.
And this one is no different. Yeah. Kyle, don't forget, cleavage is evil and wrong.
It is.
The male gaze is evil, Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It'll get you.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we get a he, a she, her, and they, them introduction. Remember that? Yeah. Because that's how everyone talks in real life.
Apparently.
Yeah. Apparently that's how everyone talks. And what does this have to do with the story?
Nothing.
And why was it there? Why was it there?
Don't know.
Grandstanding bullshit is what I called it. Yeah, and I guess the Batman part tells Robin it's a phase that grew out of it. Laughed out loud. I love it. That's hysterical. And because it's probably true.
Yes.
And by the time we get to the zombies at the end, and the Young Justice just leaving the zombies, I am laughing out loud. This comic was beyond stupid. This cover, total bullshit.
It doesn't happen.
Does not happen. So, Fitzmartin, Braga, Guerrero.
Yay! Yay! It saves us a board and bag.
Yes, it does. The board and bag is more valuable than this comic. Yeah,
it's true.
All right, next one I got is Catwoman.
What?
45.
Really?
Yes.
I got that. Catwoman 45. I really hate. God, this cover art is awful.
Yeah, and I really think at this point I am done with Catwoman.
Why?
It's another comic that I can't believe. It's just a comic of things just happening.
Mm-hmm.
Things just happening. Shitty transitions, shitty dialogue, and shitty pacing.
We have sex traffickers.
The pacing in this is fucking terrible. And it just goes on and on and on and on. This was, in my opinion, one of the longest and most boring comics I've read in a very long time.
I like the part where Catwoman sneaks up on Robin on his motorcycle. Like, he had how did you sneak up on me while I'm on my motorcycle?
How? Why?
We don't know. because she's Catwoman.
Yeah, Tini Howard. Jug on.
No. That
Next
feels
one.
Good. It does feel good.
It does. I know, right? It does feel good. Yeah. Justice League versus Legion of Superheroes #4.
Woo! Such a good book.
Oh my god, the best. Truly the best ever. But let's just really get into the few notes I had for this.
Very little.
So Kyle, it's issue 4 of the series.
Yeah.
Have the Justice League fought the Legion at all
No.
in any way, shape, or form?
Nope.
Are they just standing around diatribing, jerking each other off, and playing Johnny Fuck?
Yes, the whole time.
Fuck this series.
Yeah.
Fuck this flagrant false advertisement in every single way, and fuck Brian Michael Bendis.
Yeah.
That felt good.
That feels good.
Yes.
Oh.
We got 2 to go. 2 to go. 2 up. Next one I got Iron Man 21.
I don't have that.
You,
No, I'm
of course. That's like, what the effing fuck, Kyle. So
oh my god, this book.
So this was with this being said, this was the least shitty issue of the series, but arguably the dumbest.
Yeah, the one. Yeah, the gorilla playing chess and the skate.
Yeah,
this roller skating was pretty bad, but this
took us to a whole new level. So did you get the Victor Von Doom and Reed Richards reference, Kyle?
Yes.
You get it? Yeah.
I thought it was clever.
Yeah. Why aren't you fucking laughing, Kyle? Yeah. It goes on for pages. Pages. Well. And he's a fucking genius, Kyle. You need to be fucking laughing, Kyle. Come on.
Wasn't there yet.
So why would secret weapons plans be carried via courier on a plane?
A commercial plane.
Yeah. On top of that, and how did they know said weapons plans were being transported via aircraft, specific, and know the exact flight and person who had the plans? How the fuck did they know all these damn things?
I don't know.
It's never revealed, never told, nothing.
Nope.
Not at all.
It's just some guy.
Yes. And how is it that all of Tony's systems failed except the electronic compass when everything else is fucking electronic?
I don't know. The sun?
I slapped my face at the end when Tony does something so evil and villainous that it rivals Edgar Allan Poe, what he did to this guy.
Oh, yeah. And well, what's weird with all of that? So there's a hole dug.
Yes.
And it's going to fill up with water.
Yep.
Funny thing is, people can like float. And so by the time the water gets up to the top, you can just get out. But
this guy's made of adamantium, so he's not going to float.
We assume.
Yeah.
But the whole thing with adamantium is all fucked up.
Tony is evil according to Christopher Can't Write Well, and fuck this comic.
Yeah, I still don't get it. But it's funny.
Right? Well, fuck you.
But the woman in the beginning in First Class was funny.
Several pages. Several pages of that shit. Could not believe it. My
awesome.
God. Last one. This deserves a special place in hell. Artemis Wanted #1. Now,
this was good.
So, everything that was set up, stakes in the
trial of the Amazons.
Trial of the Amazons.
No trial.
Artemis murdered Hippolyta.
Yes.
On the run.
Yep.
She murdered her. She admitted it.
She did.
But that is all wiped away because according to this comic, Hippolyta had planned all this to happen.
Correct.
So it's okay.
Correct. To still murder.
It's like, what you wanted her to murder you?
Euthanasia.
What the fuck? And everyone is just forgetting. They're like, yeah, come on back. It's sunshine, some unicorns and rainbows. It's fine.
Don't do it again.
No, yes. What?
We'll be watching you.
Yeah, Vita Ayala. Yeah. Fuck you. Yes. Jesus
this was
Christ.
No, what was great is her being in a small town and everyone staring at her saying, we're closed. It's like,
right. Yeah.
That's apparently you've never been to a small town.
Apparently, yeah. There you have it, guys. That felt so good. Yeah.
I feel like it's been.
I know, right? Yeah.
Wow.
There you have it, guys. Skip it some Mez of the week. What do you think? Are we 100% correct? 0% incorrect? Let us know in the comments. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell down there. somewhere, usually. And do remember to go seek out Death Rage #1 and Artist Elite Presents #1 at comic book stores.
Yay!
And we see you guys again at the top 10 coming up a little later.